Hi, welcome Extendership family. I'm so excited that you are here with me today. We just received a fresh new word coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma with Transformation Church and Pastor Michael Todd. He is preaching over the next the next 4 weeks on a series called Paper Chasers. And it was so very impactful. I'm absolutely going to include the link in the description because I want you, please go back and watch that. And we're going to continue watching it every week for the next few weeks because it's just amazing word that is coming forth. And we're going to dive into it a little bit deeper. So come along with me. All right, so we are going to turn to Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. And I spoke with you all last week as well, teaching about how you can change the version that you're reading from. It doesn't have to be the King James or the New King James. If you need to change your version, that's fine. Do whatever you need to do so that you're able to understand and it's able to be applicable to you, to your life, and that you are able to apply the wisdom that you're reading in the Word to your life. So here we go. I'm reading from the easy to read version, and we're in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, and it says, "What you should want most is God's kingdom and doing what He wants you to do. Then He will give you all these other things that you need." So lots of times we get very hung up in thinking that, this coming from a financial advisor perspective, I used to be a financial advisor. I used to sit across the table from multimillionaires who had, I'm talking several million, 10 million plus. And that was just their play money. That wasn't even their full account. But here's what I've learned is that the people who have a lot of money, they will talk about it all the time. They like to brag about it. They like to talk about it with their other friends, with their family. What are you investing in? How much property are you buying? What about this apartment complex? Do you think we should get in on that? Talking about money is very, very open. What I've also learned is for the people who do not have it, for the people who have less than $10,000 in their savings account, for the people who make $50,000, $60,000 a year, for the people who, as a household combined income, maybe they're not even pulling in $250,000 a year. What I've learned, those people tend to be very secretive. They don't want to talk about their money to other people. They don't want to talk about what they're investing in. They don't even want to discuss if they are investing or not. They don't want to talk about their retirement plans. They don't want to discuss anything about money. It's very hush-hush. It's very quiet. It's a very taboo topic. And so those people also tend to be the ones who are striving so much more to get money, and they are breaking their backs. They are taking time away from their families because they are always so busy chasing after the paper, exactly like Pastor Todd was saying. And they don't have that time to be able to really invest in their children's lives and listen to their children, be present and just be around their children without their phone, without having to worry about, I'm trying to make a deal, I'm trying to secure this or that. And so that's why in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, he's saying, if you're seeking God first, God's going to take care of everything else for you. He's going to meet your needs. He's going to provide for you. And this is not to say that you cannot be successful, you cannot be wealthy, and you cannot have a good relationship with the Lord. I'm going to take that out of the equation right now. Pastor Todd did this as well. We are not saying that you have to be poor to have a good relationship with the Lord. That's not true. And you know how it's not true? I'm going to prove it to you. I'll prove it to you in the Bible. Abraham, Isaac, Job, King David, Solomon, they were some of the wealthiest people that lived, okay? So no, you do not have to be poor to have a good relationship with the Lord. Not true. That's a falsehood. That's someone that's lied to you. The truth is, you can be plenty wealthy. It's not about how much you have. It's about Is the money controlling you? Is the money the priority? Is money what takes precedence over everything else? Or is money just a tool? It's a tool to help others. It's a tool to provide for those who are in need. It's a tool to provide for those who are less fortunate. It's just a tool. It's just something that's available. Now last year, my husband and I, we really challenged ourselves and we said, we are going to be absolutely 100% committed with our tithes this year. And we are going to faithfully give every single month. We are going to give of our tithes each paycheck, not even just on a monthly basis, but every time the Lord deposits money into us, we are going to turn right around and deposit right back to the Lord. And by doing that, He blessed us to be able to help so many people who had suffered from losing their jobs during COVID, who had suffered from natural disasters that had occurred, and they were without power, they were without water, different situations that had happened. And so at the end of 2020, I prayed this prayer and I said, Lord, open the windows of heaven. Open the windows of heaven. Pour out even more upon your servant. I have proven myself to be faithful to you. I have proven to you that I do not hoard your money. I have proven to you that I do give, and I give happily. I give freely, and I give out of a cheerful heart, that I'm happy to be able to do it. But Lord, I want to be able to do even more. I want to be able to do even more than what I did last year. I want to double how much I was able to give away last year. I want to double that in 2021. And so I just want you to look into your heart and ask yourself, is the money so that you can store it up for yourself, for your family? Is it so that you can help others who are in need? What is the motivation? What is the priority there? Why are you so filled with, I've got to earn this amount and I've got to make this much money. I need this much in my bank account. What is the why? I'm going to keep going back to that. What is your why? And if we can refocus it and say, the why is because I want to do more for others. I want to help others. I want to be God's hands and feet. I want to be able to help the homeless. I want to be able to help the poor. I want to be able to help the mothers who are in need. I want to be able to help people who are struggling because a tornado came through their home and they have nothing. I want to be able to help the people who the apartment complex had a fire and they lost every single thing that they had and they don't even have a home to live in anymore. That's why I want the wealth to be able to do more for others. And ask yourself that, because only you and the Lord know what is within your heart, and only you can answer that. Finally, I'm going to leave you with this last thought. I've spoken to you many times about how I've worked with people with money. I've been across the table from people with a lot of money. I am in circles where I get to hear from people with a lot of money. And here's what I will say again. Money is not the answer for everything. Does it help? Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you money doesn't help, that it doesn't allow you to be able to purchase the things that you need to. It doesn't allow you to be able to live without having to worry, can I pay for my electricity? Can I pay for my water bill? I'm not going to lie. I am not going to tell you that money does not help. That's not what I am here to tell you. What I am here to say is that, yeah, absolutely, it's helpful. And it's so much easier having it than not having it. But what I do want to say is, don't put all of your focus in thinking, if all I had was money, like I really need God to help me, but if he couldn't, if somebody would just give me $10,000, if somebody would just give me $5,000, if somebody would just give me $1,000, I could make it. And the truth is that they could give you $500,000 and it still may not solve all your problems. Because until you have taught yourself what to do, until you have been practiced, prepared, and planned, that you know this is what I'm going to do with my finances. And when you can do that with the little that you have, whatever you are starting out with, if you can be practiced in how you take care of those funds, if you can have a plan and this is what I'm going to do with these funds for this year, if you can be prepared in that this is how I'm going to give, how I'm going to help others with what I have, then yeah, God will look upon that and he will bless you with more. But if you are frivolous or if you are unwise and you make poor decisions with your money and you do things without looking for counsel and you just decide, I don't need anybody's help. I can figure this out on my own. I don't need to talk to any experts. I don't need to get any advice. I know what I'm doing. And then what happens? You get this huge tax bill because actually, no, you didn't know what you were doing. And yes, you did need the help that could have been made available to you. So here's the thing, is that we've got to be wise. And the smartest people in the world, do you know what they do? They surround themselves with other smart people. That's the way that you are able to continue to be successful. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. Not at all. I want to be surrounded by people who are much smarter than I am, who are more successful than I am, because then they will then teach me and I will be able to rise up and become smarter, become more successful, be able to accomplish and do more because they are increasing my knowledge. They are expanding what I have learned and they are growing and developing me. And this comes with maturity. And if you are at 40, 50, and 60 years old and you are still too prideful and too arrogant to ask for help or to receive help or to accept wisdom and counsel and guidance from others, then I am so sorry for you that you are in that situation, because it doesn't have to be, because it comes down to one very simple thing, and that is choice. You have a choice. You have a choice to decide, I am going to open myself up. I am going to be coachable. I am going to seek counsel. I am going to seek guidance. And maybe I don't have all the answers, and that's okay. Maybe I don't exactly know what to do, but that's okay, because I will find someone who can help me. I will read books that will help me grow. I will talk to others that will help me grow. You have got to be open-minded. You have got to be coachable if you expect to get anywhere in this life and to be able to grow and to mature. And the way that first begins is by putting God first in your life. If you have him first in your life, he's always going to have your back. If you have him first in your life, no matter what you are going through, he is always going to be there for you. He's never going to leave you. He will never forsake you. No matter what you are going through, the Lord will be there. He will never leave your side. So you have the choice to choose him, or you have the choice to reject him. But know this, you can reject him, but there is a clock that is ticking. There is a clock that is ticking on your life. You have so much time before the Lord says your time is up. And that's it. Your choice is gone. And it's either an eternity in heaven praising the Lord, or unfortunately, it's an eternity in hell. So you must choose you this day whom you will serve. Are you going to serve the Lord? Or are you going to serve the money, the success, the fame, or whatever it is that you are chasing? Choose the Lord. There is life, and there is life more abundantly in him. Understood family, I hope that you are really enjoying the change that we have made in this channel. I am so filled with just joy, peace, happiness. I'm filled with so much because I'm being obedient now and I am following what the Lord told me to do. And I have no idea where this is going to lead, but it doesn't matter. I am not chasing the paper. I am not seeking the fame. I am not after anything other than I want to share his message of love for you. I want to share his message of hope and peace for you. And I just want you to know that there is an amazing life if you choose to put the Lord first. I love you all. Please come back again.